As the red black hand on the left side of Tournament Undergrounds, it's BikeRush owns.
And I'm supposed to do Leaf?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so everyone was loving it, but I got knocked out by a Leaf. But is he purple or pink? I'm just going to say he's purple.
He's purple.
It's MasterLeaf, and if you have to guess his faction, it's actually Reaper 17.
Yep.
Reaper so he's 17. Not Traveler.
Yeah. Which, going to be pretty important, especially if we start to see some high aggression stuff coming out of Bike, just because the Shielded Harvester's an extra couple of shots could be the difference between life and death for the economy of Leaf. But overall, Undergrounds, what do you enjoy doing as either Black Hand or Reaper 17 GreenZERO?
Flame Rush is pretty good because, I mean, the rush distance is really short. So, yeah. I mean, if you send a Flame Tank right across the middle, like it's at your base in no time. And Screen super vulnerable to Flame Rushes, but looks like Bike, he's going to pop down his War Factory, so we'll see if he's going to go for that Operation Center. Yeah, he's gone to the Operation Center straight away, I think.
Yeah, MasterLeaf, on the other hand, he went Refinery first. I mean, no Barracks, of course, no Engineer for that. No, he did get an Engineer, my bad. But no additional Scouting Squads to get eyes on BikeRush owns to really see if this is coming. So there's the Operations Center. You think he goes to Operations Center for the Reckoner as well, or just sticks with the one? It looks like one for now.
Just one, yeah. Upgrade. Leaf didn't go Racks first, obviously because he's against Black Hand. He can't beat those scouts, but he went for Shardwalker first, so the Shardwalker goes straight down the guts, gets the scout off. We're going to see one Flame Tank from Bike. I'll check if this one's going to be a second one. Yeah, he's pulling it back so it doesn't get scouted, but he's got a second Flame Tank on the way as well.
I mean, MasterLeaf is going to know as soon as he gets eyes on that Operations Center. First off, he's going to know, like, best of 7 BikeRush owns, sneaky player. I'm going to have to deal with something crazy. And so he should be expecting, you know, not necessarily just straight eco right up to 5 harvesters or anything like that. But you know, his response to this is going to be the most important part.
Oh, gets the crush off on the Black Hand, but you notice how Bike pulled his Flame Tank all the way to the back of his base. Leaf didn't actually see that, so he must be fretting to know where that Flame Tank is at the moment.
Yeah, BikeRush owns actually turns around the second Flame Tank as well, sells the MCV. That's 2 War Factories, 2 Harvesters as well. This is kind of a variation on just the dual War Factory MCV sell, of course, going for those Flame Tanks. Interestingly enough, the Nerve Center is down. It's not going. He's not going for any sort of attenuated force fields, but yeah, Dev Tanks, especially with that Tiberium charge up, it's going to help him deal with those bikes quite easily. But again, it's going to be coming down to the control of each player, and there's a Flame Tank somewhere out on the field for BikeRush.
We've got 2. One's along the bottom, one's heading towards the blue field, but Leaf doesn't know about the second one. I'm pretty sure he thinks there's only 1 Flame Tank out there, but he's probably going to be thinking it's the one near this garrison.
I mean, he should have just known that there was going to be 2 Flame Tanks based on the timing. Otherwise, that would have been a really light first Flame Tank. But yeah, as you mentioned, he probably doesn't actually have seen it. And BikeRush did grab that second spike as well, so 2 spikes versus the soon-to-be 0 of MasterLeaf. But this is just delaying the attack a little bit more. This is a couple more Dev Tanks and Seeker Tanks that MasterLeaf is going to be able to get out to deal with this attack.
I've lost sight of the other Flame Tank. Where did it go?
It's up north, I believe.
Yeah, Bike's keeping that one hidden.
Oh, it's
but yeah,
top
Leaf,
right, yeah.
I think when the first Flame Tank gets taken down, Leaf is going to stop. Like, he's actually sending units to the back of his base, which is good. But yeah, too many Dev Tanks and Bike isn't going to be able to crack that force.
Yeah, and on top of this, BikeRush, well, actually, he's got quite a few Harvesters. He must be going MCV rebuild. I mean, he's got a lot of Harvesters just lined up. Okay, maybe it's only 3. I might be over-exaggerating a little bit there.
Yeah, Leaf is looking pretty good because he's going to move out soon, and Bike, he's building Scorpion tanks, and they're going to get torn to shreds by these devs.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to that other Flame Tank. BikeRush owns moving them all over the place. Can't keep eyes on them.
Where is it gone?
I mean, there's a one down south. It's about to get taken out.
Oh, there it is. It's along the side of the map.
Oh, okay, heading right in. This is going to be a nice move from BikeRush. Basically, everything has vacated the base for MasterLeaf, and he throws down his Tier 3 right at the back. Can MasterLeaf actually turn around to deal with this? All of his forces are heading straight out. Whatever comes out of this War Factory may be the thing that saves him, or it might get canceled by that Nerve Center. No, it doesn't get canceled.
Oh, no.
It's a Mechapede.
He needs to save this. He needs to save his tech center.
Yeah.
And Leaf is... He's not going to be able to save it, I don't think.
Getting so close, it's going down. Yeah,
only 1 mecha.
Definitely
and back
worth
to
it.
Tier 1.
Yeah.
And our BikeRush... Oh, no, he doesn't have an MCV. I would have thought maybe he would have got an MCV back again. But, I mean, he's still all in. He still hasn't rebuilt it. He's still got double War Factory, but Leaf is breaking out Descents. And he's got one Mechapede, which, you know, if he keeps that alive.
I mean, he could be putting out a lot of damage. BikeRush is long-distance harvesting the blue as well, so he's got a bit of extra eco. The Scorpion tank's doing a pretty good job kiting away, but Descents are going to be adding a lot of needed DPS to this army for MasterLeaf. But yeah, that Mechapede going down.
Yeah, those Scorpion tanks are basically null at this point in time, because Leaf can just build Disintegrator squads, and there's just nothing he can do about those.
Ooh, the bike's getting eaten up as well. A little bit of a wrong pathing there for BikeRush.
It's definitely close, but he's got a nerve center back down, and he's going for an expand, but one dev tank comes out. That'll be nice.
Yeah, especially once he gets that Tiberium charge up. He's definitely held off the attack from Bike, and he might be looking for an early victory, but Bike's not out just yet. He's still got quite a bit of Tiberium, and with those 4 harvesters, one going to the blue pretty much constantly, he's got pretty solid eco. You count in the 2 spikes, and BikeRush isn't in the worst position.
But those dev tanks one-shotting bikes, that's pretty bad. He's probably going to get the first one, but...
Oh, doesn't quite get it. The buggy should be able to finish it off with the Scorpion tanks.
Whoa, you got an elite buggy. That's going to go down straight away.
Not a whole lot of use for that. But yeah, the dev tanks and the Disintegrators, that combo is just so powerful.
I think it's looking good for Leaf. He's going to hold this again.
Yeah, he's definitely going to hold, and if he expands behind this... I mean, BikeRush, as the attacker, he's the one who wants to be comfortably expanding behind while keeping his opponent busy. But we're seeing MasterLeaf do that. He's like, easy peasy.
Looks like Bike's got 4 harvesters. He's just going to have a never-ending queue there that's not cost-efficient.
Yeah. Yeah, even with the one driving all the way to the blue tib, which is currently one of the ones that's stacked up, probably. But yeah, it's just not efficient. One refinery trying to focus on these 2 war factories. And I mean, running all of those bikes all over the map. This does spread MasterLeaf out quite a bit, but he's already moved the dev tanks. Actually, he sells off the war factory down south. We're going to be more reliant on the portal. But yeah, he's got the dev tanks up at the more important field, the field with actual Tiberium, and he's just going to be very happy about that.
Sees the bikes now, but yeah, if Leaf can put this expansion down, probably he's got a war factory there now. He's going to be fine, but those flame tanks at the start definitely caused Leaf some serious problems, and Bike's not out of it yet, but he's probably going to have to go back for an MCV if Leaf gets a second ref down, which he's building at the moment.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he's been going this long without an MCV, because there was definitely a lull in there where BikeRush had a bit of an advantage just in that he was keeping Leaf on, you know, MasterLeaf's side of the map, where he could have gone for that MCV, but now he does still have Tiberium to harvest, which is good for Bike.
Oh, there's a fair bit of Bike buggy here. If that rolls in, the dev tanks are out of position. He's got one dev tank up north, but that could get sniped. Oh no, he
might need some Descents to help hold the line.
He's got a Shardwalker.
Not necessarily the best choice there, sniping down lots of harvesters. BikeRush is going to be taking down 1 harvester, but he needs to get more than that to even things up. He's got so many bikes, though.
Oh, Lee should have pulled his harvesters back to the war factory.
Oh man, he's losing number 3.
He's got his dev tanks now.
Yeah, 3
harvesters. Snipes the dev tank. He's got 1 dev tank left. He could probably hold this attack, but that was so much damage by BikeRush.
Yeah, Bike's going to be taking a fair amount of damage in the bikes themselves, but this has definitely earned him quite a bit of leeway. And he's still just pumping bikes.
Yeah, Leaf there. Again, maybe just because of BikeRush. I mean, a lot of people are just, you know, a bit on edge about him, and he's actually getting back into this game. Like,
yeah.
He's going to be able to focus these bikes down, though, so the buggies don't have the DPS to actually do any damage to these harvesters. Needs to finish focusing those ones. He's going to lose another harvester, though.
Yep, the harvester does go down. A second and a third could be getting focused. And BikeRush
more bikes.
Yeah, he's just... Yeah, Leaf was definitely ahead earlier in this game, but BikeRush, you got to hand it to him, making it come back with the bike buggy. Pretty much all game long.
Again, if it wasn't for that bike run in and those dev tanks out of position there, he would have been fine. But I mean, Lee I think he should have pulled the harvesters to the war factory as soon as he saw that, because if they just stayed out there harvesting, they're just going to die.
Yeah, for sure.
Bike's rocking 3 spike, by the way, so that's going to give him a crazy edge. Leaf has no spikes. His was burned down.
Yep, no spike, basically no eco. I mean, he's got the 3 harvesters, but how much longer is he actually going to be able to hold them? He's starting to get a nice amount of shard walkers, but the bikes are just darting in and out, sniping down all sorts of harvesters. And I do like that he's planting the buggies right in the field to kind of distract the Shardwalkers themselves. The GG comes down. MasterLeaf sells off.
Oh no, Leaf is down.
You think he's getting a little bit tilted?
Leaf. I think, oh man, like you've seen it. I've seen it so many times before with players against Bike. They're just in the position where they can take the game, and they just can't. Like BikeRush just keeps building stuff.
All right, spawning as the red screen in the top left side of Tournament Arena. This is BikeRush owns.
And who we got in the bottom here? We got the bottom right. We got playing as orange, so he's dropped his purple color there. It's gonna be SybertLeaf, MasterLeaf.
And he is Traveler 59. There's that portal. What's going to be coming out of after that engineer? Descent, likely. There it is.
So, this is something he's been doing a lot, especially against Blackhand. Even though it's not particularly strong against Blackhand, he just still descent rushes them.
It's when you go the 6 descent opener with advanced articulators, it's a pretty strong opener, and you have to be very careful. I mean, we saw you do it versus him, where you have to like ring in with shredder turrets, and like you just have to like turn your entire base into just a fortress of shredder turrets. But it's Skrin versus Traveler 59, which means, I mean, BikeRush isn't going to sense himself. He's going fairly standard, and then he got that barracks. He's going for that refinery, which means we could end up seeing these descents really hit hard. This is Tournament Arena. It's a small rush distance, close spawns, but he does have a Buzzer Hive drafted. And he does scout it. He gets eyes on it.
He scouted it right down near Leaf Spike, so he's had plenty of time to beat this off here. He's got one gun walk. I'm not sure why Leaf is trying to engage there. He should just go and kill Bike Spike at the moment. He was never going to get in there.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, he forced a couple of Buzzer Hives. He's forced well, I mean, Gunwalker first isn't too uncommon. If he gets another Gunwalker out, no, he went for the Harvester. So yeah, that's not even really a particularly delayed Harvester, but killing the Spike this early on is going to be nice.
Yeah, and like you said, forcing out those Buzzer Hives, that's just money that Bike could be spending on eco, slowing his eco down enough for Leaf to catch up, because they're both 2 Harvesters at the moment. And Bike is actually still putting down Buzzer Hives, and he's gone for an expansion behind a Nerve Center.
Interesting. So yeah, he drops down the Nerve Center, sells off one of the Buzzer Hives, but yeah. That MCV move and Corruptor, a good idea versus the Disintegrators.
He got the Gunwalker and he knows about the expand. It's one base. He's probably going to be happy to see this, actually. At least he isn't going to get...
You mean
Leaf is going to be happy to see this, because at least he knows he's not going to be out ecoed. Like, Leaf is actually ahead economically. And he's probably going for Cultist, because he's seen the devs already.
We got BikeRush moving right past that middle field. He could be going for kind of an aggressive placement on that MCV.
Oh, no.
Or he could be going all the way across the map. MasterLeaf runs back by... the Corruptor actually not giving chase on the Disintegrators anymore, so he's going to be relying...
He knows.
Okay, yeah. He's going to be trying to snipe down a couple of those dev tanks. I mean, if he can get a dev tank or two, just pick them up right here, that would be very nice. He's not going to get it. Yeah, Corruptor, dev tank, a powerful combo.
This is actually looking pretty good for Leaf. He's going his own Corruptors. Bike's dev tanks is still back at his base, so they got a long way to go to get to his base. Leaf surely must know about this. And, oh, geez, Buzzer Hive straight out, or Buzzer Swarm straight on the portal.
Yeah, the Corruptor should be able to clean that up, not without too much trouble, but BikeRush being so annoying, running those buzzers all around. Is it just going to be dual portal?
He took out all those buzzers with just one of his own. But yeah, watch out, Leaf. Oh, this is, I mean, Leaf is in such a good position here, I think, but I just feel that BikeRush has just got the, the mindset on Leaf.
Yeah. And actually chasing the Cultists with those buzzers, allowing MasterLeaf to actually snipe down.
Oh, here we go.
And the Cultists can actually get a couple of caps on these dev tanks.
Oh, they get one.
The second one does get grabbed. Absolutely crazy coming out from MasterLeaf. He's trying to focus down these units, but the Corruptor's clearing absolutely everything out of here. The Cultists manage to run for their money, and the Corruptor gets grabbed as well. BikeRush.
All sorts of trouble.
Don't call it early. BikeRush comes back from insane situations. He's going for the portal cap on the MCV. Or it's just
that was really messy.
Yeah.
It was definitely very messy, but Leaf has actually come out ahead. As long as he gets a Buzzer Hive down, oh no, he sold off the portal, so he should be fine. But yeah, very messy from both sides, but Leaf is actually going to come out ahead, which is nice. And he's even got a veteran Corruptor there.
Wow, yeah.
Oh, Bike sold his War Factory.
So the MCV goes down and Bike has no production facilities. This is do or die for BikeRush owns. MasterLeaf does have a buzzer hive right near that MCV. He needs to get the cap. He needs to get the kill. That's it. BikeRush owns has a portal. The G comes down. The second G. BikeRush owns drops game number 2. And MasterLeaf will take it to a 1-1 in this best of 7.
Good preliminary finals here. This is going to be close.
Yes, this is what I want.
Attaboy, MasterLeaf.
I don't want to see a 3 or a 4-0. That would be dumb. We're guaranteed a 4-1, hopefully a 4-3 coming out of these two players.
So it was a pretty short game. I mean, essentially no one alled in, but Bike decided he was just going to go for an MCV push off of just one base. One ref, in fact. So that was pretty crazy. But Leaf saw it coming so far in advance, and I mean, it was messy by both players, but ultimately Leaf got that one dev tank, and that's really all he needed.
All right, spawning as the blue Traveler 59 in the north of Smashed Dust Bowl. This is no, MasterLeaf. We were just talking about Unleashed. All right. Who's in the south? GreenZERO.
Oh, the south. I get to do BikeRush this time. So it's BikeRush playing as the red Black Hand, keeping his color to red. I mean, Leaf has been moving his color around. Obviously, just got it selected to random there, but BikeRush liking to keep the red color with all the nod factions here. So he's actually going for one spike. That's a lot of Cabals for just one spike.
Yeah, I think he's kind of expecting the 6 Descent Rush coming out from MasterLeaf, which, I mean, we'll see how this goes. It is 6 Disintegrators, Advanced Articulators finishing up relatively soon here. There's the sell-off of the portal. So everything's standard schmandard for MasterLeaf, and Advanced Articulators finishing up relatively soon, just moments. And that's it. BikeRush is actually split. MasterLeaf is going to get like a free run right down the middle. This is not good for BikeRush. Yeah,
BikeRush is going to see it, but I'm surprised that Leaf decided to go straight down the middle. He's going to get shot up a little bit, but...
Loses 1 squad and a bit more. Maybe 2 squads? Yeah, loses
like
2 full squads and a little bit more. So yeah, I mean, he's going to have to draft a few more Cabals. He might be able to clean up 1 Harvester, but is 1 Harvester going to be enough? He's going to get 1. The Black Hand Squad comes out. There's 1 Harvester down. The Black Hand Squad cleaning up the remainder of those descents. And MasterLeaf, he's on his own 1 Harvester, so he's technically up, but not up by a lot.
Wow, BikeRush temporarily on just 1 Harvester, or no Harvesters actually, for a moment there. So his economy, especially with the Flame Rush, I mean, that really screws up the Flame Rush, because obviously BikeRush didn't get anything. Sells the MCV with just 1 War Factory, but he kept another Operations Center. So that's going to be his one building that can possibly win him this game.
Do you think he goes just Flame Tanks, or does he go like 1 Flame Tank, sell the Operations Center for that extra bit of cash? He's going Reckoner, so...
that's weird. I would have thought he would have gone for the Flame Tank. He's sending this Reckoner straight out without putting the Engineer in it. I would have thought he'd give it a free ride to the spike.
Yeah, I guess not. Right up the guts, too. Straight through the middle of the map.
This is going to be reasonably simple for Leaf to defend, because he can portal behind his buildings.
He's got the Gunwalker stomping all over these units. And here's the Reckoner, but don't be too afraid of this, MasterLeaf, because that is an empty Reckoner. No, it's got 1 Black Hand Squad in it.
Yeah.
Oh, he pulled it
That's
from the
thing
other...
as well.
Yeah.
Just 1 Black Hand. He put the portal on the wrong side. Oh, no. He's going to lose his War Factory because of that.
Yeah, he can still maybe sell off the War Factory, get a couple of credits. The Engineer, I'm guessing, for the Refinery. Oh, he does almost get sniped there by that Cabal squad.
He could have got the Engineer in the War Factory, because so far since the Flame Tank here. Oh no!
All right,
how did Leaf?
Oh, the Gunwalker is still alive, but the Descents are the DPS that MasterLeaf needs.
How is this possible? A second Flame Tank and Leaf. Oh man, how did Bike pull that off?
I'm not sure. MasterLeaf GG's out. There's the mass sell, and BikeRush takes game number 3.
He only had 1 Harvester.
So fast.
Oh no, wow. I can't believe that.
Typical BikeRush rushing.
Lightning quick.
3:29, not even a full 3.5 minutes.
That would have to be one of the quickest games in the tournament.
That will be probably the quickest game in the tournament.
Oh, but that's the thing, Leaf had a sick advantage, and then just immediately BikeRush just turns around and wins the game. Like,
map number 4, it's Twisted Rift, spawning as the red Black Hand in the top left side. It's BikeRush.
Bark. Oh, and it looks like Leaf now continuing with the random colours. We have Traveller 59, MasterLeaf. If you don't know who he is, you probably shouldn't be watching this game.
There's the first engineer coming out, and it's Descents after that.
Descents, what's he doing, man? Like, I think like this might work against normal players, even technique, but against BikeRush, he's just probably going to be like, you know, insta counter, insta kill them all, blind, blind scout.
Yeah, somehow BikeRush owns just manages to kill like everything.
I think Leaf, he should go for another engineer, like, and just take Bike's spike, or, well, I mean, it's going to have fast legs. He could try to sneak around. Maybe he'll get a lucky Conyard cap, but
that would be pretty sick. Yeah, like plant around, sit around the expansion, like that southern expansion, even.
Oh yeah, because he could sit it there and then leave it stealth, and when BikeRush expands, he could just grab it. And it's interesting that BikeRush didn't send any scouts down the middle. He's not actually going to see this until he gets by this building, and he actually degarrisons from the building as well. So that's going to help Leaf even more. Yeah, he could probably kill that Cabal squad. He's going to kill it too.
He got on top of that Cabal squad. BikeRush owns also went. That power plant cell was, or no, the operations center cell was about as far away as it could be. The harvesters do get pulled, and this is exactly what BikeRush wants. He wants those disintegrators to run past the Black Hand squad. But MasterLeaf, if he manages to keep these descents alive and just give Bike the runaround, that'll be almost as good. But no, BikeRush, too good for that. He puts his harvesters right back to work.
He's actually dropped another comm center, so it's the same type of build we saw out of game 1, but he didn't go for as much scout, so he has actually got the double harvester. And he's going for a Reckoner first as well, followed by a flame tank.
Yeah, and MasterLeaf, he does see it. But again, those descents, they're just not doing anything.
Yeah, they just got shot. They forced a ton of stuff out of Bike, and they've delayed the hell out of his rush, but he's actually going to have double Black Hand, the Reckoner as well, which is going to make it really dangerous. Oh, the Disintegrators! The Disintegrators going to get the Reckoner. Oh, they're going to get it.
Oh, man, they actually did get it.
Oh, that's huge.
That's half the rush. There's the dual war factory, the MCV cell.
Leaf. BikeRush, it's just insta-sell the MCV.
I mean, Leaf could still sell his MCV if he really wants to, but of course that's even more all-in for him. He's got no opportunity to rebuild. I mean, without dev tanks, he went tier 2. Is he going Corruptors?
He just did the Tib vein scan, and he can hear Bikes. He can actually see Bikes, so he knows there's probably a second war factory. Does he know it's all in?
And he's not going Cultists. He does.
Yeah. He knows it's all in.
He sells the war factories straight away. He's looking to stop these flame tanks pretty early. Looks like they're... Nope, Bike's down south. I'm not sure where the flame tanks are.
Nah, he didn't get a flame tank out. He sold.
Oh, that's right. He sold, the operations center before he got it.
It's still going to be all about the flank here. If Bike gets into this field and kills harvesters, then he's probably going to win. But
that is
Leaf,
so many descents. There's the MCV cell from Leaf.
Oh, did he sell his drone platform?
Yeah.
Oh, why did he do that?
I feel like that was maybe a bit unnecessary. That's forcing a situation. He's got triple portal descents. Not something you see very often. The engineer going to be moving out. The buggies, are they going to be able to kite? BikeRush owns is waiting for this opportunity. Bike's in the south, going to be heading in. Can he get the harvesters? There's still more descents out on this map.
Descents on the wrong side of the field, though.
Oh, he's moving out. This could be spelling death for MasterLeaf. Will he run the harvesters? Oh my gosh, he's going to be losing both of these harvesters. Is this going to be a full-on base race scenario? I think MasterLeaf just has more straight-up DPS than BikeRush. But GreenZERO, what do you think?
He's getting crushed by that Reckoner somehow, but BikeRush just needs to hold this off. But Leaf could just try to kill the buildings. I'm not sure if he actually have the time to do that, though, but he needs to kill these Cabal squads. He basically needs to win the game right now. And he may... Oh, he's going to go for the crush with the harvester. Oh, geez, that was risky. And Leaf, oh my god, he might have enough to kill these buggies.
Bike isn't doing anything to the buildings. He's going to get some free shots off on these bikes. Oh, no. Bike just evacuates.
More disintegrators rocking up now. He's just going to go for the buildings. He sees one more building to die, and Leaf is going to win.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think it's going to be enough. Go, Leaf.
Leaf takes the game!
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, that was so sick.
I don't know why, I just love MasterLeaf so much right now.
Oh my gosh, he did that. He actually did that. That drone platform cell worked. It's 2-2. This is a best of 3.
Best of 7.
No, it's a best of 3 now. It's 2-2 each player.
Oh, yeah. Technically, I guess it does turn into a best of 3. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Whoa, the people in the comments are going to be going crazy when that stream catches up.
I have never enjoyed a 5-minute game so much.
That was intense.
That's got to be posted.
And Leaf did exactly what he needed to do. Then he knew the moment he needed to turn and go for those buildings. Because if he didn't, BikeRush's buggies would have come back to the base and probably killed him. It's
spawning as the pink Traveler 59 on the left side. He evened the score up 2-2. This best of 7 is getting tense. It's MasterLeaf.
And on the right-hand side, I just double-checked the comments then, and the crowd is going wild over Leaf's win there. The caps lock is being overused in the comments, but we have, on the right-hand side, playing as red, obviously as Blackhand. It's going to be BikeRush owns. And let the smack begin. BikeRush telling everyone how much he's going to beat MasterLeaf by.
Yep. It's Descents, once again, coming out of MasterLeaf. If BikeRush doesn't know this is coming, I think we can all just... We're going to all fly over to England and slap him in the face if he doesn't expect this. It's been every game that MasterLeaf has played Traveler 59.
I think maybe the fact that he just keeps doing it, BikeRush isn't expecting him to keep repeating it so much. He's like, oh, he's done Descent Rush like 3 times already. He won't do it again, so...
Oh my gosh, he's
maybe that's
go
the
right
mindset.
through the middle of the map again.
Oh, there's a Cabal up top. He needs to... Yeah, Bike's going to see this either way.
Yep, he's just going to barely see it. Oh my gosh, they get so
far.
No. They get so far. He does just barely see it, but it's already halfway across the map. He knows it's coming, though.
Another Flame Rush coming out by BikeRush as well. He immediately sells, and he's going for another Operations Center as well, so... He's just going straight past the Cabals. He needs to get away from that Blackhand squad.
Yeah,
and, oh man, he's actually going to get in.
Oh my gosh, he's going to be getting at least one of these Harvesters almost for sure. No, BikeRush does control well enough.
It's those flames. He got pulled back into the flames, and that's just insta-death to those disintegrators.
Yep.
At least Leaf knows about the second Operations Center, and he can probably see if the Operations Center gets sold as well. Oh, the Conyard, sorry.
So yeah, this is the Operations Center sell. There might be a second War Factory following up this first War Factory. BikeRush owns might just be saying, hey, I'm all in at this point. There's nothing stopping me. It's getting down to the wire as well. Whoever picks up 2 of the next 3 maps wins this and goes on to the grand final. The loser drops down to 3rd place and gets $50.
And there it is. He just sold off the MCV. Now, BikeRush MasterLeaf doesn't see the sell. He can probably expect it because it's the same build that Bike's used twice in this series already, but Leaf does have a spike down the bottom, so...
Oh, there's the cultists.
Oh, cultists. Oh, get away from the flame units.
The Buzzer Hive does go down, and there the Stasis Chamber is getting flamed down oh so quickly. Only one cultist squad got out. Oh, the cultist
he needs to keep that. Yeah, he needs to keep the cultist squad alive because he can use that to take any flame. Oh, shit, there's no flame tanks. Yeah.
BikeRush owns lost both of those Black Hand squads. This is delaying any aggression out of BikeRush by so much, but the Bike Buggy follow-up is going to be very powerful. I don't know if MasterLeaf will have enough to deal with the Bike Buggy after this.
Yeah, this is going to be weird. He might as well sell off that Nerve Center. I don't think he should use it. I think he should just go for Portal and then maybe Photon Cannons. But if he captures this Reckoner, which he's not going to do...
Oh, the Buggy's cleaning up.
And now he can't... Knows. Yeah. He's got nothing to take out that Reckoner now, except Disintegrators, and it's filled with Cabal, so...
Yeah, it's going to be very powerful against these Descents. If he can clean up the bikes, he's going to be in a better position before any of the Harvesters go down. But one Harvester gets eliminated. The second Harvester is still at full HP, but the Buggies are coming and they're swarming all over these Disintegrators. And those Cabals inside of the Reckoner, well, the one Cabal is just too powerful. There's the drone platform cell. So there's the cash boost, and this is do or die. Both players pretty much up against the ropes here.
Well, if he's going to push those buggies back, but I don't think he's got enough. The Reckoner's just so much health. I reckon he's going to be able to focus it down now, though. The Cabal squad is actually focusing down the Buzzer Hive, which is a big mistake from Bike, because obviously that doesn't cost Leaf anything to really keep that there. And he's just going to go straight up for the counterattack, because really it's the only way he can win. Stop too many buggies getting out. He sells off the Nerve Center. He probably could have placed down a Lightning Spike to give himself a hand, but probably doesn't have the money for it.
He does have 2 spikes, which means he can lose this other harvester, but he just needs to make sure that he keeps hold of this portal. That's the most important thing. It's getting focused down. The last descents have been produced. There's no more production facilities out for MasterLeaf. It's do or die. These extremely tense situations. There's 2 production facilities. There's 2 buildings left.
He doesn't have enough descents for this one. Not this time, Leaf.
Maybe BikeRush owns will sell it again. He's going for the kill. That's probably not the best idea, but he has no option. GG. The sell-off. And Game 5 is coming up. Game 6, rather. That was Game 5. It's down to the absolutely last 2 games between these 2 players.
That puts it at 3 games to 2, so BikeRush is 1 game away from taking this series.
And spawning as the red nod in the bottom left side of tournament decision, it's BikeRush.
And we got on the top right-hand side, playing as another new color, the cyan, it's going to be Traveler59 from MasterLeaf.
And I love how BikeRush is like, hey, I've still got my strike faction rules, you know? Like, well, you can only use 1 because there's only 1 game left. So,
yeah, if he didn't think that through, did he?
So, like, if you lose, you only use the 1. And no descents. MasterLeaf, yeah. I mean, BikeRush hasn't, like, super overspent. 4 militant squads, well, 5 is quite a few, but 6, actually. You've actually got quite a few.
Oh, Leaf using the building as cover. He's actually going to go straight for the spike. And BikeRush's engineer is actually behind the militant, so that's going to be fine. But he's probably going to delay it by a fair bit. And this is annoying. Leaf is going to sit behind the spike as well. Oh, so annoying.
With just that 1 buzzer squad. And then he's sending the other 2 into the... Well, not quite into the base. He's got them just outside of the base. Likely going to be looking for that scout. But there's the buggy from BikeRush owns, looking to clean up that buzzer squad. And I don't know, from Leaf, just playing straight up game number 6. No descent rush, no early pressure. I mean, he does have to try to get funneled right through the middle of the map, which can be dangerous. The alternative is pretty far. The rush distance down the south is pretty long.
He's delayed this engineer by a ton, and he forced out a buggy before harvester. Now, BikeRush has got double war factory out, so we're probably going to see a war factory sell, but he only just put out his 2nd harvester, where Leaf he's got 3, and he's almost got his... Oh no, this was probably not a 4th, it's probably a gunwalker.
Yeah,
but there goes the MCV.
Yeah.
And Leaf has no vision of this either. He's not going to see it coming. He needs to be prepared for this. I think he needs to just expect it, and he's building a lot of Seeger tanks, which is good.
Yeah, he just needs... I mean, at this point in this series, this close to the end, BikeRush owns can afford to drop 1 map. He's definitely going all in. He's got a little bit of room to play, and he's confident enough to where he thinks, if I lose Game 6, I'm winning Game 7.
And Leaf is just pumping out a lot of Seeger tanks, but I think if he goes too far from his base, he's sending 1 out to scout, but I would have liked to seen a portal and put maybe some photon cannons up, because those will be impossible for Bike to remove.
That actually would have been a really good idea.
Oh, he's going to see this engineer, so he can probably assume that the MCV cell is in now, and he's going to know it. He's going to try to kill the engineer. He might actually get it too. Oh no, he doesn't focus it.
He still has 1 shot left. He gets the engineer.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's going to prevent one of these towers or even Leaf's own spy from communication. But he knows he's just all out Seeker spamming, and now he's got 8 of them. So BikeRush is going to have a problem against that. 9 out now. Yeah, he's just continuing to build them, and he knows that he's going to get hit from 2 directions.
He splits.
This is good awareness.
Well. Yeah, MasterLeaf, he doesn't need to move too far, though. Like, he doesn't have to go on the offensive right now. He just needs to survive, hang on, not lose too many harvesters, and maintain his cool. But BikeRush owns forming up 1 big attack. The buggy absorbs the first couple shots here. That's pretty important, but MasterLeaf needs to make sure that he splits the Seekers off to hit the bike.
2 Seekers. And here they go. Leaf does actually spot a big group of units moving through the middle of the map before he lost vision, so he definitely knows it's just going to be endless waves of this stuff. Harvester gets pulled. Nice work. He needs to at least make BikeRush pay for that. And I think he might make him pay pretty heavily. He's probably going to lose it. Yeah, he does, but so many bikes.
Yeah, I traded quite a few bikes. There's still quite a few Seekers here. No Buzzer Hive queued just yet, but there's enough Seekers here to clean pretty much everything up. Another couple Seekers will be going down. MasterLeaf probably just needs to play a little bit defensive from here. I mean, he's survived, but he's not necessarily as far ahead as he would like.
Yeah, he only lost one Harvester and a couple of Seeger tanks, and he pretty much destroyed everything Bike had. Bike's got just one. I know he's got 6 bikes and 4 buggies, but that's not going to be able to break into Leaf space. I think he might be going for an MCV.
Yeah, at this point, no, he's still
all in.
Cash. So
he's going to go for a third Harvester though.
Okay, yeah, a third Harvester does kind of make sense on the bigger field. I mean, it's going to delay any additional bikes a little bit. Yeah, photon cannons would be a really good idea. He goes Stasis Chamber for the kind of late advanced articulators, and by late, it's late in comparison to how early it's been in the previous games. Bike's going for the Spike, and I mean, that's definitely a note that that Leaf can pick up out of Bike's book. Snipe down a Spike when he can. But yeah, going for the descents, good idea.
This is actually pretty good from Leaf. He's got 5 and 2, and BikeRush is never going to be able to compete with that. And I think the descents is a good idea because obviously it causes problems trying to snipe the Seeker tanks down, because with there's disintegrators in them, it's just a nightmare to do that. And he even sells off the chamber as well.
Oh, so he's not keeping it for the one click. I mean, he could have locked down some of those bikes and the buggies, potentially.
Yeah, he doesn't get the one click with that. He gets it at tier 3. He's Trav.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
Oh, no, he's leaving himself open a bit, but he needs to turn those Seeker tanks around.
He does have a couple of disintegrators on the top side just to make sure that he's got eyes on that other part of his base, and there's like 5 buggies over there, so he knows that there's forces. But
I think he can just camp for just a little bit longer and then just move out with everything.
Don't move out. He's keeping some forces back at home, but is it going to be enough? I think he just needs to rally over to the top side of the map. Yeah, he's YOLO swagging it across the map, brings more descents over to the top. This could be it for BikeRush.
Nice focus firing. He's actually focusing the bikes down there. Now he's going for buggies because he can't get the bikes. But yeah, his bike's down. Yes.
Bike is down. That was actually a good move there by Bike. He tried to make it work, swinging the bikes around past those units while they were attacking the buggies, but it was just way too much eco for MasterLeaf.
Yeah, Leaf got 12,000 more than Bikes. They're not as much as we thought there, but that's one of the games where normally you'd see players crack like that, but Leaf that time did exactly what he needed to do. He built tons of defense. He camped it up, and then he just moved out, and BikeRush couldn't even fight that.
Spawning as the red black hand on the north side of Mountain Pass, it's BikeRush.
And spawning as the blue GDI on the south side of Mountain Pass, we have MasterLeaf, who can't play any of the Scrin factions because BikeRush has striked it out. So keeping with the random colors, let's see what he has to do. He pretty much do or die for these players. Whoever wins goes to the grand final. Whoever loses gets third place, which is only $50.
Yeah, I mean, if you get to the grand final, you're guaranteed $150. Like, you could show up, go against Unleashed, and sell your MCV 5 games in a row, and you still get $150. Versus this, where it's like, if you lose here, $50 is what you get. This is basically for third place, but also who goes on to the grand final. All right, GreenZERO, you're the GDI man. How do you play against Blackhand on Mountain Pass?
Well, Mountain Pass, I've only played on this map a couple of times. Now, generally against Blackhand, you probably want to get the pits out there if it's a big open flat map, but because it's a closed map, he can definitely go Preds and APCs for defense, just as long as he keeps eyes on Bike's base. As long as he keeps eyes on his base, he'll be fine, and it looks like BikeRush might be going for... He's gone for a second what? He's just going to all in, and this is going to be great for Leaf, I think, because Leaf can hold this with GDI.
Just Leaf, go Preds. That's all you have to do to survive. BikeRush, he's only got 1 spike. MasterLeaf does have 2, which is a slight economic advantage. And there's the pitbull. It's actually kind of going the long way around, but he will definitely be seeing that MCV cell. Yeah. And the one more factory, it's actually kind of at a nice angle to spit units out across the top of the map and hit from 2 angles.
This is great. The pitbull just needs to get in and see that there's no... Leaf is expanding, which means he doesn't know it's an all-in. He must know that it's an all-in. He can see where the MCV is supposed to be.
He unpacks his MCV. And I mean,
yeah, he knows.
MasterLeaf can sell his MCV at this point.
Pred tanks. He's building Pred tanks. Yes. This is great for Leaf. He knows it's all in. He knows he just has to defend. He's got 3 harvesters, 2 ref.
As long as he controls his harvesters well, doesn't lose too much, drops a watchtower as well. Just a bit of extra defense on kind of the left side of that little mountain structure. I don't know exactly what it is.
If Bike wants to win this game, he needs to keep the flanks blanked out, which is exactly what he has. Leaf can see from the front, but he can't see from the left. He can see from the right with the spike, but he needs to not get caught out of position. And he's sending a scout to the left-hand side, which is great.
Yeah, BikeRush does have to play carefully. MasterLeaf actually getting a couple of Preds on kind of the wrong side if BikeRush actually comes in, but he's left his bikes outside. So BikeRush, he wants to get the full scout off. He wants to know what he's playing against, and I think he's just trying to make MasterLeaf sweat a little bit. We'll have to see. He's going to have to control these bikes very well. One goes down. A second one does escape, but with about half health.
Now, BikeRush actually has sold one of his ore factories and gone back for an MCV. It's about two-thirds of the way done, but can MasterLeaf identify, because this will definitely throw him.
Yeah.
And he's building harvesters. This is great, and he's puts down a comm center as well, which means he's going for air. Pred tanks with orcas could end the game for BikeRush, especially if he marches these Preds across the other side of the map. He'll be putting BikeRush in a fair bit of pain, but I think BikeRush might have seen the he's seen the comm center.
Does MasterLeaf just have an insane read on the situation? He doesn't have a scout inside of his base, but he's not overcommitting to the defense.
He just scanned bike space. He can see one war factory. He can see the MCV. He knows he's safe to keep ecoing.
Oh
he's
my
got
gosh,
one.
That was a money scan.
Yeah, he's got 5 and 2, and he's got an airfield, and he's going for APM, and he's going for hammerheads as well. This is going to be brilliant. He's got tanks at home to defend. He's sending out some of the tanks as well. And Leaf is in a great position. He just needs to either get up a superior eco. He needs to do some kind of push as well, and not let BikeRush get to the stage in the game where he wants to be. BikeRush has got 4 and 1, which is terrible. That's going to help Bike out because he spent money on those harvesters, and obviously they're not going to be doing anything aside from queuing up.
So what does BikeRush do to win against this? He's going a lot. He's going for Black Disciples and a lot of Rocket Troopers. Is that all he needs, or does he need to mix and match?
Look at this. Leaf actually has a V35 Ox and it's empty, which means he's used the trick where he calls it in on the Rifleman squad, then he moves it. It doesn't give him an invincible V35, that's an exploit, but it gives him a lightning fast scout. He's going to come into this base, he's going to see everything that's here, and he's going to lose the Ox.
A lot of damage, but he loses the Ox. He sees that there's no MCV there, that there's no War Factory as well, and that there's a lot of infantry. So he's going to know Hammerheads and APCs is the way to go. He drops a second War Factory at his expansion. He's established that refinery. That's very important.
I think he must have lost a harvester because he's only got 5 and he's got another ref, which means there's a harvester missing. Unless he went to the blue field. Yeah, he may have lost a harvester there. Uses the hammerheads to poke in, loses one of them. But if BikeRush wants to win, he just needs to get his eco up. And I think that Leaf is in a great position, but he just needs to realize he has to do something to Bike to not let Bike get too comfortable.
Yeah, Bike's kind of at a deficit, but if Bike is allowed to do what he wants, he can macro back up and get into a Black Hand powerhouse mode and just do absolutely crazy amounts of damage. We got Hammerheads moving in, but SAM turrets are already down. They will be picking off no Hammerheads, getting dangerously close, though.
Yeah, Leaf needs to keep the infantry levels down, and that's exactly what he's doing. Yeah, he's forcing out AA.
Yeah.
I mean, SAM turrets aren't that great against Hammerheads because their rockets are actually reasonably weak. It's just that you get 3 lots of them.
Yeah, Bikes come in from kind of the left side of the base. He does a little bit of damage there, but he gets picked off. Yeah, MasterLeaf defending quite well. He's in a solid position, but again, he's not out of the woods yet. You said it very well in that he has to do something.
I think he could take all his Pred APC and his Hammerheads and just attack BikeRush right now, and that could be the killer blow. He just needs to not attack into this base. I think he should just kill his main off, because I think BikeRush might be going for a tech center and maybe some 1-clicks. Yeah, he's going to go for a tech center. He's a long way from 1-clicks, but yeah, he's going to be able to clean the infantry up. Let's see if he stays around. No, he's not going to hang around there, but Leaf is actually rallying all his forces here. He's going to attack into a heavily defended area. I'm not sure if that's the best idea.
It's a pretty wide choke point, but it is going to be funneling Leaf down to exactly what BikeRush wants. BikeRush, as soon as he gets up that tech center, probably going to be queuing an obelisk. He cancels whatever defensive structure he had. He's low power, though. He's going to have to build an advanced power plant.
This is a good idea from Leaf. He's actually going to this base here. This is easily destroyable. And BikeRush placed all his power plants here. Just placed another one there. The Hammerheads need to be here, though. And here they come. They need to be here because if he goes in with this Pred APC and the Hammerheads, he's basically won that fight. and he kills that base. And Leaf not making a move for any more green or blue fields. His MCV's only just starting to build something, so it's been idle for a while. Maybe just get the nerves getting to him, but here we go. This is going to be a good attack. He's actually going to come through, and he's going to try to kill that SAM turret pretty quickly. And here come the Hammerheads. He needs to kill the infantry pretty quickly.
The Hammerheads, I don't know if they're doing the damage that they need. It's hard to tell with this absolute mess of stuff that's going on. APC splitting all over the place. And MasterLeaf, he's pressing on forward. This might be a bit of a death trap, though. He's not going for the power plants. What is he doing?
Yeah, he needs to get back. I think he killed all of BikeRush's infantry, which is great. But now he's going to just push through. There's only supercharged particle shredder turrets here. If he puts some minefields down, he might be able to wipe out a fair bit of these harvesters.
Yeah, going for the eco would be absolutely imperative here.
And look at, he's going to move to the other side of the tib field where no defenses can get in, but BikeRush going to pop down some more. But look at BikeRush. He's got nothing harvesting at the moment. All his harvesters are off the line. And nothing on his main, and he's got no army. So Leaf is free to... He's got a tech center. He's not expanding. Oh, man, he's going to run out of tib soon. I would have thought he'd made an attempt for the blue or the third expansion by now.
You think he's just going to Marvest like that field that's kind of close to BikeRush, where his Pred APC is right now? Like, I mean, just south of that spike?
This is what I'm talking about. This is the point where Leaf is actually... he's giving BikeRush time. You give BikeRush time and he'll recover from anything. He just gets money. Yep. He's gone for a Redeemer, and I think Leaf might be aware of it. No, he's not aware of it. But the Redeemer is a long way from being done. Leaf has about $2,500. BikeRush has nothing, so...
Leaf is going for the expand, so he's going to be staying on top of that eco, and this is going to be bringing him a bit closer to BikeRush. BikeRush gets eyes on it. He gets pretty much a full scout off. He's going to see everything that Leaf is doing. I don't know if we can say the same for Leaf. Leaf definitely needs to send a scout in somewhere. Yeah,
there's a Tib Chem plant here, so prepare to see some one-clicks. But Leaf actually has 2 Juggernauts, and he's going for a Marv. And here come the one-clicks. Can he sell? No, he doesn't sell. It's too risky. 2 harvesters, 1 ref. Yep. I think Leaf needs to sell one of his war factories. Yeah, he cancels the Jug. He's going to have 3 Juggernauts and a Marv, and he's going to have Hammerheads.
Ooh, and 2 loads of blue tib on the left side of the map. Those harvesters.
Oh, nice. He needs to deploy his MCV. It's actually too close to that tib field, but this is nice from Leaf. The Redeemer's coming out now, but Bike really has nothing else at all, and he's in a little bit of a shamble. Yeah, Leaf deploying his MCV, going to get down another ref. And Leaf actually has, he's going to have almost, he could have a quad rail in his Marv, but he's got an engineer there as well.
He's moving out. I mean, he's got 3... I mean, he's got the engineer there, but it's... I guess he could use it for Juggernaut recovery. That's definitely a possibility. He gets eyes on this force. Yeah, he sees all of those infantry.
I wonder if he sees the MCV. He does. He sees the MCV. He might be moving the Juggernauts. If he moves the Juggernauts to the right, he could snipe the MCV. Even if it deploys, the Juggernauts will still defeat it. But Leaf now has a refinery.
Teams.
Really?
Yeah, drops them down. Leaf gets the sniper teams and not quite going to be harvesting or marvesting that field, although he is going for the refinery on the blue, and BikeRush Owns is looking to snipe down the MCV. Where's going to be the laser fences? He's going to need that rage gen, should be firing off momentarily. He wants to snipe down those sniper teams.
Oh no, he's got a sonic emitter. I'm not sure if he can place it. He can place it. He's going to lose his MCV.
Low power mode does activate. Leaf does still... Oh my gosh, he doesn't have a war factory.
Are you serious?
Leaf, oh my gosh, he sold off.
Oh no.
It's going to be a lot of
He can only build aircraft.
Oh.
That's okay.
You think he has enough? I mean, BikeRush is going to be in a pretty powerful position once he establishes this third base.
He's going to lose his Redeemer, but I mean, he's still got 3 Juggernauts. BikeRush has an MCV on the bottom.
The refinery does go down. The EMPs lock down the harvesters. MasterLeaf can go ahead and Marvest the field. There goes the Redeemer. The the Marv reverse moves out of that. And the sniper teams clean up pretty much everything. You got to hand it to those sniper teams.
Yeah, they wore that force down like over time. He could send the sniper teams into Bike space, use the bombardment ability. But again, I'm not sure if Bike realizes he can only build hammerheads. But these Juggernauts, these Juggernauts need to start. If they can waste this base, I think Bike's going to be. I mean, Leaf could still win this game.
Railgun hammerheads. I mean, it's a possibility. Did he ever use that engineer? He's still got the engineer. So we could be seeing some sneaky engineer tactics. These harvesters still getting picked apart a little bit there by those buggies. What sort of one-clicks Bikes doesn't actually have any one-clicks that he can use right now.
He's got... Leaf has got sniper teams inside the Marv as well, and now he's got the Juggernauts in range of this base, and he called in Bloodhounds as well. I mean, why the hell not?
I mean, those are the only vehicles that he can build at this point. APCs with that AP ammo going to be pretty nice in helping to deal with this.
There's no double A here. There's some double A. Does he have the Zone Troopers in the Hammerheads? No, he doesn't have them in there. BikeRush doesn't have an expansion down on the blue. He just sent his MCV down there, but he needs to not lose the Marv. But the Hammerheads are coming in now, going to thin down the infantry squads. Yeah, and that's going to do a lot of damage.
The EMP buggies just aren't getting close enough to actually do any damage. The APC's pretty much untouched at this point, clearing out so many of these infantry squads. BikeRush owns up against the ropes, but he's not out yet. His MCV is on the other side of the map. He's still got buildings and productions, but his eco is limited.
Look at all the Zone Troopers. He needs to kill the tech center before the Redeemer comes out, but I don't think he's going to be able to do that, to be honest. No, the Redeemer is coming out.
I mean, he can pretty much surround that Redeemer. He has to be careful of the Black Hand squads. He needs to focus them down with the APCs if he can. That's a lot of Zone Troopers, but they're terrible against Black Hand. Oh, that's
and he needs to get the Zone Troopers back. He needs to get the Zone Troopers back and put them in the Hammerheads, man. He can still build Hammerheads. There's a flame tank in his base, but he's going to be able to clean it up.
Yeah, that's not quite enough. Gets a veteran Hammerhead. Could go for some repairs or just head right into battle. Rage Gen does fire off a lot of damage on that Marv from the railguns. Focuses down that last power plant, but the battle is still ahead. And BikeRush owns. It looks like he's got a harvester or a refinery queued. He's got something queued.
Leaf might actually win this game. He's closing in. I mean, if he kills the Redeemer, he wins. There's Hammerheads, there's Pitbulls. He's got BikeRush cornered. He's going to even Marvis this field. He needs to watch out for the Emp buggies, and he's focusing them down. Nice work. Oh, one more. One more. Yes,
none of them fire off.
And yes. Come on, Leaf. And rear armor on the Juggernaut.
He sells the MCV. BikeRush sells the MCV. This is pretty much it for him. He has got no expansion behind this.
Oh my god, MasterLeaf is going to win this game.
Oh, is this the game that MasterLeaf actually kills BikeRush? He's going to lose to the grand final.
He's going to lose. BikeRush is going to be out of the tournament.
Down.
Oh man, in 5 minutes
BikeRush going to win? Is BikeRush going to win?
BikeRush is not going to win. He's got 3 buildings left.
Oh my gosh, Raffle, why did I all
He's going to go down. BikeRush. Come on, Leaf, kill his buildings, mate. Don't chase that. He got the Redeemer.
The Redeemer goes down. The game ends.
He's going to win the tournament.
BikeRush loses.
Bike is down.
MasterLeaf heads to the grand finals to play Unleashed. Oh my god. So many people in the comments were like, no, BikeRush has proved that he's better time and time again. MasterLeaf defeats BikeRush.
Oh my god. I wish that was the grand final. Oh, that game was so good as well on Mountain Pass. Like, no one saw that coming.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh. 14 minutes and 56 seconds. Never have I enjoyed such a short series so much. In all of my time casting Command & Conquer, that might be my favorite series. BikeRush owns the favorite to win the entire tournament. The man that could not be stopped. 25 tournaments under his belt, and he falls to MasterLeaf in the preliminary finals.
Oh my god, he's not going to make it. He didn't even make it to the grand final. Oh, this is going to be so good. Unleash versus MasterLeaf.
Oh, please, let's not even delay this.
Remember that MasterLeaf played the last 10 minutes of that game without an MCV or any build. He only had a barracks and a airfield.
MasterLeaf, the man of the hour, welcome.
Holy shit, I don't believe I just won.
BikeRush owns best of 7 down to the last freaking game.
Fuck? That was impossible.
And you did it as GDI, not even any Scrin faction.
Fuck me. I don't believe it. In the past, I've always had these 3-2 losses to BikeRush. But today, wow, that just makes up for every loss I have had in CNC. Incredible.